I would like to thank all of you, my dear party mates, for answering the call to convene the National Assembly of PDP-Laban. Your presence here sends a clear and resounding message to everyone that our party is as strong as ever and that we are united in further consolidating our ranks until the end of my term and beyond. I forgot to, nakasum lang sila, si Senator Tolentino pati si Senator Bato. Despite all the challenges that we are facing, your unwavering support for this administration's priorities, especially our campaign against illegal drugs, terrorism, corruption, and poverty, is truly reassuring. I am grateful for PDP-Laban's continued trust and confidence in my leadership. I also deeply appreciate your commitment to support whatever my decision may be for the 2022 national elections. Alam mo itong mga gagagon to, isigway ko na lang. They keep on threatening me with lawsuits and everything. Trillanes and itong si Carpio and his elk. Panay ang takot sa akin na mademanda ako. Sabi ng batas na kung presidente ka, vice-presidenta ka, may immunity ka. Adi, tatakbo na lang ako ng vice-presidente. And after that, tatakbo ulit ako ng vice-presidente at vice-presidente at vice-presidente. Itong mga hole in the head, panay ang takot sa akin. Ito, Trillanes. Akala mo naman, nagsasalita siya ng ordinaryong tao. You know, I'm a lawyer, and they can never acquire jurisdiction over my person. Not in a million years. Alam mo, if I may just repeat the requirements of the Constitution, particularly the phrase due process. Alam mo, lahat ng treaties goes to the President. Then if he affirms the contents, idipirmahan niya, tapos padala niya doon sa Congress for the ratification. Then, iyang papel na yan, babalik uli sa Presidente. Then the President issues the order to the Bureau of Printing to include this particular treaty in the official gazette. That is the requirement of the law. Ang ginawa nitong mga mukoy, right after the President Estrada signed the treaty, in their maybe over enthusiastic, I really do not know, nilipad kaagad nila doon sa Rome and appended it in the Rome Statute sa ICC, bypassing the President and the Bureau of Printing. Na in Tovera versus Enrile, Supreme Court said that failure to publish a law or a treaty, whatever it is, especially a penal law, if you do not publish it, it becomes fatal. It is as if there is no law because it is only in publishing it in the official gazette that the Filipinos are informed that there is an existing law which says this, that, ito. Failing that, there is no law at all. Walang batas. So if they are invoking the Rome Statute, ito si Carpio, ito bright naman ito, bright na bugok. Marami yan silang gano'n eh. Sobra ka bright, bugok. But I don't think Carpio is bright. Kababayan ko yan eh. Ano lang, mapurma. Kaya gano'n. Ito si Trillanes, sige, yo. They cannot. They have to, this is, treaties shall form part of the law of the land. So treaties that are ratified, then published, approved by the President, dito it becomes a law. Failure to do that, there is no law. And so, ano mang dinadaldal nila, they have to go into the process. Because if they insist on trying me on the basis of that Rome Statute, which we appended illegally because there was no publication, ang maglabas niyan, I would go to this Constitution which says that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So I will transfer that phrase in my case. I was deprived of a due process. Kaya kung ako na sa gobyerno, hindi ko alam itong putang inang mayroon pala itong batas na ito. Sila-sila lang itong mga left, pati sabay ng mga dilawan. The dilawan and the left were the ones really pushing for it. In the process, they stumbled. So wala, I can always go to the Supreme Court and say, I was deprived of due process. Hindi naman nila ako sinabihan. How can I be, because it is only during the publication that every Filipino is put on notice that there is a law, especially if it is a penal law. Kailangan mo talaga i-publish. Failing, then there is really a fatal flaw in the process. Nawala ako doon, ano bang paragraph yun? Ulitin ko na siguro pag ulit ko, hindi naman kayo nakikinig. On this note, gusto ninyong umuwi na hapon na. On this note, allow me to emphasize the importance of genuine unity and camaraderie in the realization of our party's objective. You just do not push somebody there. O sige, ikaw na muna mag-presidente. That is not how things are done. So, by that singular act of just designating an acting president, there is no law in the bylaws at saka itong Constitution which would provide for an acting president solely upon the push and shove of the president. Ang nagkamali dyan si Koko, hindi si Pacquiao. Pacquiao does not know anything. Kung anong totoo, kung ano mang sabihin, hindi naman nagbabasa yan eh. Basta kung ano sabihin lang ng mga ano niya, sunod. Si Koko, and may I just remind Koko na itong parting PDP was asleep for 100 years. It only woke up during the election and a run for the presidency under the ticket. It was a father and son party, period. Wala nang iba. And they are not even recognized in Cagayan de Oro City. Totoo yan. I'm not trying to throw an insult. Pero yan ang totoo talaga. They cannot win. Magtakbo yan ko, baski barangay captain, talo yan sa kanila. Wala eh. I'm urging all our party officials and members to remain focused on our mission of uplifting the quality of life of the Filipino people, especially now that we are still grappling with the challenges brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. You know, even, I'm sure many, not all, but many, a lot of you were listening to the debates. I would just like to bring your minds back to that eventful days. I never promised many things. Never said itong ano. Ang sabi ko, una, habulin ko itong droga. Kasi marami na itong pinatay na inosente. Pangalawa, itong kriminal. Lahat ng mga karnaper, mga babae, binabaril. Sabi ko, papatayan ko ito. Pero wala akong naabutan sa kanila. Gusto kong patayin pero mas malakas tumakbo kay sa akin. So yung police nag-take over. I don't know who the policemen are. Sabi ko, tatapusin ko itong graft and corruption. You know, it takes time to discover a wrongdoing, especially if you are in front of a maze of documents. You would need accountants. Lawyers are not even competent really to sort out all of these things and be reminded of all itong mga circular ng COA. Hindi madadali yan. Pero yung inabot, kagaya noong pastillas, 43 of them were dismissed. Sa customs naman, 73. Then a host of a weekly dismissal na hindi ko na binabasa minsan for lack of material time sa ating mga, haka-haka dito doon. So, ganun ang ginawa ko. Sabi ko, free education. Putang ina, ginawa ko, nandyan na, free education. Sabi ko, free hospitalization with malasakit to boot. Nandyan na, binigay ko na. Ano pa bang gusto ninyo? Tapos sabi ko, well, I do not know the state of affairs regarding whether there is still money or not. But I am reminded of the EDSA narratives na it was so broken that it would need a lot of money, emergency, sa madaling panahon to repair it. And so somebody, lahat na, from sila Tugadi, sila, kailangan natin ito ng pera. And you know, hindi pa nga kami at least to put our ideas forward. Sinabi na kagad ni Grace na, hindi, malaki itong pera na ito, magko-corruption lang ito. Sinabi ko, kung gano'n, wag na lang. I mean, if that is what you believe in, so forget it. Maghanap na lang ako ng iba. So, makita ninyo yung mga skyway dyan sa itaas. Those were really our efforts to atone our sin for failing to repair EDSA. So, EDSA was the catalyst dyan sa ano. So, nandyan na, kita mo naman ang, I don't know if si Villar nandito. Wala. Ganda ng highways niya. Makita mo talaga. Endless. Almost so many kilometers na diretso-diretso talaga. And of course, Tugadi here, he made the Philippines beautiful. Yung mga turista natin, they are happy with what they see. Yung ating mga airports, maganda lahat. And what is very striking is that nung una, ito totoo talaga. Nung nag-upo ako, sinabi ko kay Duke, sa kanila, i-distribute mo lahat ang pera. Lahat. So, lahat makatikim. Whether they voted for us or not, is of no moment actually. It does not matter. Bigay natin lahat. So, yan, makita na ninyo. Ayaw ko lang sabihin kung saan. Just to beg the issue. Basta nandyan na, nakita na ninyo lahat na. Ito ngayon, may misgivings about itong naiwan, itong droga, corruption, pati itong insurgency. At itong criminality, talaga, matindi. I don't know what I can really do. What if Vice President can do, can have an impact on the policies of the President. Because the Constitution is very silent. He does not have a job at all. The job of the Vice President is to lie down on his official residence and wait hanggang mamatay siya. Yan lang ang trabaho ng Presidente, maghintay hanggang mamatay siya. Hindi yung Presidente. Pero kung ang Presidente, mas okay. Pero tignan naman natin kung sino yung Presidente. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng Presidente gusto mong mamatay. I'm urging all our party officials and members to remain focused on our mission of uplifting the quality of the life of the Filipino people, especially now that we are still grappling with the challenges brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. I have read that. Let us not be blinded by our own ambitions, and let us not allow this party to be used to advance personal interest. Sa totoo lang, yung akin was just a reaction to the foolish statements of itong mga dilawan, threatening me as if I am, parang bata ba ako? na pagbaba mo, may kaso ka. Putang ina mo, Trillanes, akala mo abogado ka, sige, subukan mo. Tignan natin kung magawa mo ba yan. So that it was almost a knee-jerk reaction. Nasabi ko, bakit? Kung tatakbo ako ng Vice President, kaya ninyo? Yun. Ngayon, from a knee-jerk reaction to an applause every time I mention the Vice President. Considering the magnitude of the responsibility that awaits the next batch of the elected officials in 2022 elections, we must remain focused on how to continue the reforms that we have instituted in the last 5 years. Alam mo, itong parte na ito, medyo nabuhayan lang pagka-presidente ko. But now it has grown big. I think it can compete with the other parties, except that mayroon silang, nandyan si, may yung financer nila, ganon. But if you really try also to be strong, lahat yan, patron ninyo yan. Ang PDP sayang nandyan na, malakas, marami. At nandito ako. So we can really make a position. Those running for election, kakampanya ko kayo. City for city. Totoo yan. Kayong mga nagtatakbo, I commit to you. Talagang pupunta ako city for city, province for province. Kakampanya ko kayo. Pero tsaka magdala ako ng maraming pera. For sako, kung meron. To my dear party mates, let us never lose sight of the founding principles upon which this party was built on. And let us never forget that our end goal is always the improved welfare of the Filipino people. Alam mo to, bakit naka-left? Well, ayaw ko, ilan lang sa atin dito. Art is a billionaire. He was our valedictorian. Pero says that galing siya sa squatters area. Ako, kami, pamilya namin, may grants lang kami sa Davao. Dumaan lang kami ng ganun. Although the ever-changing fortunes of life, naging governor ang tatay ko. But only because na maraming Bisaya outside of Davao City. Noon, I am the first Bisayan mayor of the city of Davao since its inception. Hindi talaga nanalo yung ano. Not because, but maybe the camaraderie and yung band ng mga pure Davaoenos doon. Carlo Nograles, nanay niya, Davaoen niya. Minsan magsama kami, minsan hindi. At yun ang history. Nung ako na ang Bisaya na mayor ng Davao, wala na rin nakapalit. I went on for 23 years to become mayor, then congressman, 4 years, then 4 years vice mayor ni Inday Sara, then another, ito ngayon. So ganun ako katagal sa politika. And I was a prosecutor for 9 years. You add that, and that is my toil in government. So itong Partido Nacional, itong PDP, dalhin lang ito ng mabuti. I don't know the fortunes of hindi natin alam kung anong gagawin sa kabila. Baka nagtatype na si Koko ng petition doon sa COMELEC. But tingnan natin. Let us see. Let us see what siya yung nag-umpisa ng Rocos. Magsabi ka lang, sige Jay, ikaw na muna dyan. That is not the way how to run a party. Hindi naman bubo yung mga membro. Mas bright sa iyo. Yan lang ang top-notcher na nakita ko na o baka inggit lang rin ako kasi 75 lang ako. Really, you do not have to punish your son mag 75. Hayaan mo lang yan. Basta every year, 75 lang talaga ang cut-off. Kasi yan, aakyat yan eh. Ako, totoo, hindi ako nagpapatawa. 7 years ako sa high school, 75. Dumaan ako ng maraming sa Ateneo si Dominguez. Yan ang valedictorian namin since kindergarten. Doresa, noong na-expelled ako sa Ateneo, pumunta ako doon sa Brothers of the Sacred Heart. Valedictorian. Marami akong dinaanan valedictorian. Ako ang dinaanan nila. Pero sa awa ng Diyos, Bebot was also my kaharap kami sa dormitoryo. Dulay. Mga probinsyano yan. Sila ang the sad thing about sa kanila is mga marurunong, mga summa cum laude, gaya ni Art, bilyonaryo, valedictorian namin. Trabahante ko lang yan. Always keep in mind that it is only through a united front that we can achieve this goal and lead this nation towards lasting progress. There's going to be a lot of suits far and wide in between now and in the election. Ana ako na they will fight tooth and nail dito sa ano. Especially Koko. Parang kanila talaga yan eh. At totoo naman. It was the founding Pimentel, the old man who really, yung ginawa niya ito, is a work of love sa kanya. Pero ang problema, ang anak ang walang diskarte na tama. I do not know what prompted him to just push Pacquiao there and place a place of acting president. You cannot have an acting president. You have to elect people. Yung biglaan na doon nagka-watak-watak. And I think Secretary Kose did not like it. So from there it spiraled into a more vicious narratives of charge and counter-charge. So yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa inyo.